What time is it? Wax was good. Man, woke this morning, kind of cold this morning out here in Cali. But it's gonna heat up pretty soon. Man, you know what? I might start this stream a little too late. I have to head out in a minute. But starting about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I realized I had to make a change in my life because certain things started happening that I noticed once once my phone started showing that 5G icon. And even though my phone, the iPhone 8 is not equipped to handle 5G, but you know, it's still out there. So in California, LA, they're pushing this 5G everywhere. It's everywhere you go now. You're seeing that icon, and that just tells me that they got that thing blasting everywhere. And I have to cut out the sugar. Uh, uh, I noticed I was getting like dizzy spells and little things like that. I wasn't feeling right, and I was like, man, I didn't know what was going on at first, but I started to put two and two together and realize that I need to make a major change. When they make changes into the environment, you got to start making changes too. So started having to make changes, man, and realized can't can't be eating like that no more. Um, Somehow after the 5G started, my weight was up to around just within a couple months. My weight was up to like 272. I was like, damn. I went to the doctor. I was like, man, I can't be weighing no 272. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut the sugar out completely. What's up, Derek? You ain't that late. I'm gonna cut the processed sugar out completely because a lot of things that you eat, you wouldn't think had sugar in it, but it does. You know, especially processed sugar and things that turn into sugar once it enters your body, and your body doesn't know what to do with it, where to put it. So, like a lot of carbs turn into sugar, which turns into fat. It's all carbs are sugar. Period. It's just in a different chain. So I had to start looking at what I was eating, and I had to look at my blood type and look throughout the history of my life and realize that carbs are bad for my body in particular. So you have to find out. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. White death. It's not just, but see, it's not just white sugar. It's see, for my body type, you do the research and you look up your blood type. A lot of people been doing research on that, and for my blood type, I can't do a catch-all eating lifestyle. That not everyone can eat the same thing and get the same results. But I can tell you, if you make certain changes, it'll help everyone. So, and that in particular is to eliminate the sugar from your diet. I feel like everybody can benefit from that. And, you know, so, and not only that, but the sugar, I feel like, interacts with the 5G signals in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? The 5G waves, I feel like if you pack the sugar on top of what is doing to your body already, then that's a problem. So I eliminated the sugar and the carbs. So I didn't eliminate the carbs completely. I just chose the right carbs. So you do a a net carb thing where you stay between 20 and 50 grams of carbs a day. And then you just eliminate the sugar, right? The processed sugar, and you start to consume the right sugar or the right carbs for those 20 to 50. And then I fast intermittently. I fast intermittently to give my body time to process the food that I have eaten. So I'll fast for like 16 hours, give my body time to break down the food and start to repair itself and do other things the body needs to do. And I would do some like fasting cardio where I won't eat for like hours and hours before I do cardio. I don't eat nothing before the cardio. I don't eat nothing after it, for a few hours. And that also helps build your metabolism and break down the foods. But yeah, and a lot of fat. So I consume a lot of fat, like good fat, avocado, um, you know, olive oil, coconut oil, things like that. And, I also eat a lot of meat, because my body loves meat. Meat ain't never did me wrong, especially if I get my meat from the right source. That's the thing. People say meat is bad, but it is bad if you get it from the wrong place. Just like fruit and vegetables can be bad if you get it from the wrong place. It could be coated with pesticides and insecticides and things like that. All those things enter your body, and your liver doesn't know what to do with that stuff, and it'll also turn that into stored fat and visceral fat. So you get your food from the right sources. There you go. Now, meat is acidic, right? But so is your the acid in your stomach, right? So you have to have a balance. You can't be too base, and you can't be too base is alkaline. You can't be too alkaline, and you can't be too acidic. You have to have a good balance. So I do eat meat, but what I also do is consume right here iodic magnesium. I put that in my water, and it helps and alkalines the water. You drink that, boom, you're good to go, right? And so this is I get this from Avatar Products. You go to Avatar Products, you get this in droplets. This is empty. I have a new bottle, but I use this like Big Dog. And I use it for my workouts. This is what I drink. I put it in my drink for my workout and my water. And yeah, it keeps me hydrated too. So it hydrates you and it alkalines, right? And then you got to make sure you get the iodine, right? Fill your thyroid up early in the morning on an empty stomach with iodine to prevent, environmental hazards from entering your body, like bromine and, fluoride, because fluoride will fill your thyroid up as well as leach your bones. It'll leach the calcium off your bones, and that's in our water. But I have a water purifier that gets rid of most of the fluoride. If they put fluoride in the water, it's very difficult to get it out of here. So you got to do things to combat the effects of it. Yeah. So, and also in the morning, what I also do is I take a teaspoon of this, right? This ain't bee pollen. This is a raw blackberry honey, straight raw. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the source. I get it. I don't go to intermediaries to get my food. I don't go through grocery chains to get my food. I get all my food directly from the source. So this is honey, and I have bee pollen too. So you mix it with the bee pollen, let it sit for 15 minutes. It blossoms that pollen, so you can get all the nutrients out of it. And this is good too. That glucose on an empty stomach in the morning helps regulate blood sugar. Okay, so that's what I do. Also, if I want to snack on something, if I have a craving, which I don't really have cravings anymore, that's another thing. I don't crave sugar no more. Okay, sugar is bad for me. You know, I'm not suggesting everybody needs to eat the same way. What I am suggesting is that find out what works for you. Go to the doctor, get your blood work done, and find out if you made the right move. You know what I'm saying? So this, if I want to snack on something outside of my 16 hours, because I don't eat anything for my 16 hours of fasting, I'll get some. These are cacao beans, right? See, they're good. It's chocolate. It's cacao beans, like right before they grind it and turn it into chocolate bars. Right here, these are Belizean, from Belize. So I'll get that from the farmer's market. And of course, I don't live in Belize, so this is probably something that you can't get without an intermediary. But you don't want to get it from the guy that gives it to the guy that gives it to the guy that gives it to the guy that does things to it before it gets to you. So there's only one person between me and Belize that provides these. I would eat one now, but I'm on my fast right now. But those are good. There's no sugar in it, right? It has all the nutrients. It's packed with antioxidants, and it also has the magnesium as well. This also has magnesium, so it helps with balance, pH balance. So also, what I get, cherry extract, straight from the farm from the farmer that provides it. They extract the cherry. You get all the antioxidants in here too, as well as blueberry extract. See, the strawberry is good for different things. I mean, the cherry is good for different things than the blueberry, right? So it has antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, melatonin, fights arthritis, gout, cancer, heart healthy, promotes sleep. See what I'm saying? And then, you got the blueberry extract, which is packed in with antioxidants. What's going on, Queen? Queen Supreme, what's good? Derek Williams, y'all in the house. So the blueberries, right? Antioxidants, flavonoids, antibacterial, low glycemic, improves vision, memory, fights cancer, protects heart health, nervous, and immune systems. See what I'm saying? Now, this is the extract. This is a power-packed, flavorful thing right here. You know what I'm saying? No sugar needed. So, also, what I consume in the morning, what I do is I take the blueberry extract, the cherry extract with the honey and the bee pollen. I mix it all together with this probiotic cultured coconut yogurt. Again, straight from the guy who makes it. You know what I'm saying? He makes it in his kitchen. He uses all good ingredients, which is basically just the coconut. Of course, coconuts don't grow in California, so that's another thing where, you can only get it from the source so much. So, I mean, these are things that I've been doing. Like I said, eliminating, and this is where I get half of the carbs that I use, per day. And it's the glucose. So the glucose helps with, like I said, regulating blood sugar in the morning on an empty stomach. So I stay under 50 net carbs. of course, net carbs, because there are carbs that don't affect you like that, like fiber. So in regards to that, my kale, right? I get this straight from the farmer. Like I said, you know where you're getting your stuff from. It helps. It helps you realize that you're doing the right thing. So when yesterday, you see it's chopped off. I used some yesterday, and I'm gonna use this whole thing before it's gone. I was making my little stir fry with onion and kale and broccoli. Broccoli's good too, and bacon. Yep, I put bacon up in that piece. You get the good fat from the bacon. Bacon is sourced. The bacon is straight from the rancher. It's pasture raised. It eats it eats fruits, acorn, hay. It'll eat what you put in front of it. So if you put that stuff in front of it, you don't put slop in front of it. You know what I'm saying? You keep it, keep the area clean, all that stuff. Yes, kale. That also brings the balance. Leafy green vegetables. Hubby and buy. You funny. You have to be a dietitian, a pharmacist, and biologist, all that, just to live. Yeah. So a new design. Derek will hubby up, and that's funny. Oh yeah, my broccoli. So like I said, I was making my little stir fry. I was getting all ready with the olive oil and the seasonings, and I saw a little green little worm crawling up out of it. That's how you know. If you see little bugs, insects in there, that's how you know it's real shit. That's how you know they're not contaminating it with chemicals. You know what I'm saying? So you just rinse it off a little bit. Might be a little dirt on it. Rinse it off. You know what I'm saying? Also got to know that ain't this stupid thing that they're not using human fertilizer to grow your stuff. So it's broccolini, my favorite. It's easier to, man, this stuff is delicious. Nice and green. Get your greens right here. That's part of what I do. Okay. Now my meat, like I said, I get it directly from the rancher. We have a good relationship. He gives me a good deal. And like I said, he has lamb, duck, beef, elk, freaking buffalo, all this stuff on his land. He has like hundreds of acres of land, and his animals just live in the pasture. I mean, there's a fence, but predators still get in, try to eat the food. He had to kill a bear once that was just terrorizing his ranch. So, and I've been up there. So these are things that if they invite you to their ranch or their farm, they're showing you that yes, you can build trust with me. You can trust me that I'm going to, make sure I provide you with the right stuff. Broccoli with grass-fed butter from the Amish. Oh, I forgot to show you all that. I get my butter raw, right? Straight from, it's called organic pastures. It's raw, you know what I'm saying? And what they do is they blast chill it as soon as it comes out of the cow. So it's nice and fresh. They don't heat it up. They don't do any of that. It's not homogenized. It's not pasteurized. And that's where the problem comes in. When it's pasteurized and homogenized, you're getting rid of the lactase, which is the enzyme that breaks down lactose. Okay. And once it enters your body and it doesn't have those enzymes to help break it down, that's when you get lactose intolerance. Well, I don't get pasteurized milk products. It's all raw, and things like that. My brother finna send me some lamb, elk, deer, delicious. Okay, so that's what I'm on. From organic pastures, you get the raw milk, raw butter. You don't get the mucus in the milk, because that's the misconception. The problem is the reason that the cows get the mucus in their milk is because they're getting injected with all kind of antibiotics and all kind of crap, all kind of chemicals and growth hormones. Not the cows my milk come from. They're straight up cows. They don't get none of that extracurricular shit. Venison is delicious. As a matter of fact, my rancher, he gets venison every now and then when he hunts deer. Yeah, so that's where the mucus comes from, and they have to inject it with antibiotics because they're pumping it with chemicals and they're sitting them in a pen somewhere, all up on each other, getting sick. You know, that's where a lot of the problems come in. Bison, yeah. So I'm gonna show y'all a good cut of lamb. Okay, this is a great cut from my rancher right here. Woo! Look at that. You see that marbleization? Ooh wee. This weekend, I'm gonna smoke that sucker for about 3 hours. Then I'm gonna turn the heat up. That sucker is just so tender. Plus they murdered and no. Yeah, no. You see that yeah. So these are slaughtered. I know it's kind of an oxymoron. How do you slaughter something humanely? Well, as close as of a definition as you can get, you know. Yeah, this is look at that. This came out the freezer. Look at that. Flash frozen. As soon as it's so that's the thing. They flash freeze it as soon as they butcher the meat, so that it can hold its freshness. So it can stay in your refrigerator or your freezer for almost 2 years, and then you thaw the sucker out, and it's still as fresh as when they butchered it. See that? Look at that marble. Look at that. Look at that fat cap. Look at that. Yep, I love meat. Meat. I mean, for my blood type, meat is the business. It's sugar and carbs that are bad for me. So you got to do what's good for you. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the rancher, from the butcher to you. You feel me? That's how you know. Now, this stuff ain't cheap. The only thing I get from the grocery store is little snacks and chips for my kids. I don't even eat that stuff. Now, I don't do that. I don't do the intermittent fasting stuff with my kids. Because my kids are still growing. They still need to eat, right? Their bodies are different. They're still growing. So their body can constantly consuming, but they do eat straight from the ranch like we all do. We all, we get very few things from the grocery store. Confirmed queen, feces and fields. Wait. Yeah, mass production. You need to make sure there's no mass production and no and it has to be some biodiversity. Let's see. There's a town in North Carolina where the smell is atrocious. Turns out the factory farm there is dumping. What is a factory farm? There's, that there's to me there's no such thing as a factory farm. It's either a factory or it's a farm. You feel me? A farm is very specific and very, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in factory farms. It's a factory. I don't get my food from factories. I get my food from sun-dipped, sun-grown, sun-raised animals and vegetables and fruit. Bees, where I get my honey from. You know what I'm saying? Boom. A lot of it's wild. A lot of the honey that my people get for this is wild honey. Yeah, stepping in shit. They're stepping in shit and urine, and all this stuff ends up in their bodies, and they get sick. This is why they get sick. This is why you get the mucus in the milk, and that's why you get mucus in your own body. I don't get mucus when I eat my raw butter and my raw milk products and stuff like that. I don't get mucus. I don't get mucus. I don't get lactose intolerance. I don't get bubble guts. I don't get nothing. Yep. It's about eating clean. It's about eating clean. You got to make sure you eat clean. You got to do the research, and it's not cheap, man. It's not. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell y'all what I spend a month on food. Okay, I spend about $2,000 a month on food. It's crazy. It's California, so I mean, It's going to just because it's California, you're going to get everything. The prices are higher in California, just period. But thankfully, I make the money that can cover that. But $2,000 to make sure my family is eating the right things. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all my butter. So, show y'all my butter and my cream. See that right there? Raw butter. Delicious. This is the lightly salted kind. So they provide lightly salted and cultured, but it's good. No mucus, none of that. I don't get none of that from this. Lily guy was up. But I do get mucus from sugar. I don't know if y'all notice the difference. I don't hear damn near any mucus in my voice. I mean, I'm telling y'all. And it's combating, all this is combating the 5G stuff. I got the plans back there. There's a lot of things that can combat 5G that you can do for your house, but to block your house from it. But unfortunately, you got to go outside and deal with it. So these are things that you can do to combat. Oh, this is my raw cream. My raw cream that I put in my coffee, right? And the coffee is also well sourced. So there's no contaminants in the coffee. I don't get the crash. You know what I'm saying? I put the coconut oil, I put the cream, and I put the butter in there, and that helps curb the cravings during the day while I'm at work. I don't eat while I'm at work, but I'm working. I'm doing push-ups every time I stop somewhere. I got to do what I got to do, and I do my little workouts. Yo, chocolate, yeah, Lily gal. I was talking about the chocolate. I don't do sugar though. See these? You just eat them right in the shell. They're lightly roasted. Oh man, these things are bomb. And the Belizean cacao beans are tangy. So you eat them in this it has this little tang that kind of boosts your energy up a little bit. But it's delicious, man. I can't eat it right now because I'm on my fast. Yeah, it's good for oral health, exactly. And I use charcoal. See? Look at my teeth. I don't wipe my teeth. I use a charcoal, and I drink coffee. I use the charcoal with the with some Melaleuca tooth polish. Melaleuca tooth polish has the tea tree oil in it. See? Look at that. Coffee every day. No stains. No high blood pressure. My blood pressure is low. It's like 117 over 80 or something crazy like that. Like I don't get high blood pressure. My blood sugar went down since I stopped eating sugar, right? And stuck to this stuff that I'm doing now. Because I was pre-diabetic, but then I knocked that shit and stuck to this stuff that I'm doing now. Because I was pre-diabetic, but then I knocked that shit off. So, this is another thing, another good thing for blood health. Root awakening. This is like fermented beet juice, right? It has the probiotics in it, like I want to say 2 million or something like that, but it's alive, y'all. It has what's the name? What they call that? Culture or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So that's what I get. It's also good for your blood. Beet juice, fermented. Um, yep. 6 live active strains. You want at least 4 active strains, and if you're going to consume this type of stuff. That's what I do, y'all. Let's see. Yep, coconut fat bombs. Those are good. And coconut ice cream when I want to have, and I just put some monk fruit sweetener in it. Yeah. So like I said, I was at 272. Now I'm at like 245 just from eliminating the sugar. And sugar feeds bacteria. Well, sugar feeds a lot of shit. Sugar feeds some good bacteria. Sugar feeds bad bacteria. Also feeds parasites. Sugar loves parasites, or parasites love sugar. So when you get cravings for sugar all the time, that's the parasites craving sugar and other things. And so I think most of the weight I lost were probably from losing parasites that the sugar was feeding. You start so first, so the intermittent fasting helps starve the parasites as well as starving it of the sugar, you know, and boom, that stuff gets. I mean, most people don't realize that they have probably about 15 to 20 pounds of parasites in their body. So they, when they go to get a colonics and stuff like that, that's why they lose 20 pounds during the colonic. But the thing about the colonic is that you're losing all kind of stuff. You're not just losing the bacteria or the parasites. You're also losing the good gut biome. So if you're going to do a colonic, it's crucial that you get your gut biome back in order. Your gut flora, So that's why I will never do a colonic. First of all, it's an exit only. So you got to do things from the bottom, from the top down, to eliminate the parasites for me anyway. Black soap is good. So yeah, just sharing y'all my little yeah, we all have parasites, exactly. But some of us have more parasites than is necessary. I mean, parasites live in everything. Parasites live in all animals, but it's just if you feed it, the more you feed it, the more you'll have, and it becomes a problem. So I feel like a lot of weight loss to due to sugar and things like that, carbs, processed stuff that they can consume. So yeah, I'm down like 240 something. I want to get down to like 220 something, just to be lighter on my feet. Relieve pressure on my joints, my injuries that will always be there, and I'll always experience pain with that. But with eliminating sugar, you eliminate inflammation and things like that, and I feel my joints aren't as bad. Feeling. And then so turmeric helps with inflammation, but to absorb it better, you need to mix it with black pepper. Black pepper helps your body absorb the turmeric. So your parasites love sugar. The snap turtle's health protocol is formidable. The queen loves that word. Formidable. The mayor's damn near falls out every time we walk past the cologne stand. Yeah. And that's another thing. I don't use deodorant. I use magnesium spray. That takes care of me. I don't. And plus, if you're detoxing, you're eliminating parasites and things like that, you're not going to smell as bad. You know what I'm saying? If you're eating right. I just use the magnesium spray, from the same place that I get this from. So she has a spray, she has a cream, and she has Faraday bags for your cell phones so that you're not being irradiated by your cell phone when it's in your pocket or whatever, or in your bra for ladies, or in your purse. You're not being irradiated. She has pouches, Faraday pouches that block the radiation from your cell phone. So yeah, she has a lot of good stuff. She has this. She has the iodine. She has a restore, which is a gut biome restore. Put the good bacteria back in your gut, repopulate things like that. Like I said, man, yeah, aluminum and deodorant. I just use magnesium spray. You know what I'm saying? And it takes care of it. But what can you do? Never was good with the Bane Batman mask. Oh, that was Bas Rutten's breathing system to help build lung capacity. So it's just something that you put in your mouth. It doesn't cover your whole face. You just have to train. It helps train your lungs to breathe deeply, right? So even when you're not exercising, you use that thing, take some deep breaths, do some breathing exercises with that thing on. Helps build lung capacity for greater endurance. Oh, soda pop? Ooh, yeah, that's that stuff right there. That stuff is dangerous. I will. Bass Rutten. Dr. Trevor says that on average, women use 9 personal care products, and we wonder why. Well, a lot of those products have nano particulates in it, nano compounds, right? Nanotechnology that interacts with cell phone, with radiate, the airwaves, the shit that they're pumping out with these cell towers, right? It makes your skin a lot more conductive. First of all, your skin's already conductive. You're electric. So when you put those compounds on, it just amplifies it amplifies your conductivity. That's why it's important to ground. That's why it's important to go out and you put your toes in the sand. Especially in the ocean. You go in the ocean, right? Go to the beach, go in the ocean. Oh man, you're getting all kind of free electrons just flowing through you. You're getting grounded. You're clearing a lot of the crap out. So, or you just go to the park, put your feet in the grass and ground. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get that sunny D. You got to get that vitamin D up in you. That also helps. But I don't I don't use any of that type of stuff. I don't use lotion. I don't use freaking sunblock. Now I do have to put on bug repellent because freaking magical mosquitoes that are native to South America pop up here all the time. So I got to use the insect repellent, which is made out of natural stuff, like rosemary, mint, things like that mosquitoes don't like. So I don't get the DDT mosquito repellent or anything like that. Yep. Don't spill all over. Wait a minute. Bamboo feminine products. I mean, that's cool. What I'm talking about is like that makeup and those metallic lotions. If you read the ingredients in them lotions, it's all kind of nano compounds, a lot of metal and polymers, plastic polymers. Oh, and also, show you one more thing. What else I do? Spirulina, but this is the raw live spirulina, not in powder form. No powder form. This is a straight, let me open it so y'all can see. Look at that. I can't see that. See that? Spirulina. You eat that. I put it in my post-workout recovery drink so that after I work out, that stuff can be absorbed. Now this is packed with vitamin A, and mosquitoes hate vitamin A. So when I eat, when I make sure I eat this, and it gets in my blood, mosquitoes pretty much stay away from me. But sometimes, when you're not working out, I don't put it in. I forget to take it while on the days that I'm taking a break. And yeah, yes, spirulina is the bomb. Great detoxifier. But I get this sucker raw, straight from the source. Once again, now I got the this is the flu fighter, but you don't take it just when you have the flu. Just take it. Just take it. It has fresh ginger juice, oregano oil, fresh lemon juice, and cayenne. This stuff right here has a kick. So it's a little shot. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that. See, you could save a lot of money if you could do stuff like this yourself. And if you raise your food and raise your plants and raise your animals, I wouldn't have to spend damn near $2,000 a month on food just to make sure that my family's eating healthy. But I got 7 people in my family, so I got my wife and 5 kids. It costs money. It costs money to feed all of them right. I'm taking a little shot now. Woo! See that? Oh, that right there will open you up. Woo! That good old ginger. So I'm just sharing this with y'all. Sharing my journey, my proven journey from 272 to 245, eliminating sugar, eliminating parasites. You know what I'm saying? Exercise, improving mental acuity and including and improving blood health and all that stuff. Very important to me. All right, y'all. And then we get out of here. I got to go. You live in the UK. I live in the UK, but we grow potatoes, tomatoes, get some land, and raise our own food. Source our own water. Those type of things. Live self-sustainably, and yeah, it's a different lifestyle. Again, it's formidable strategy. I'll be looking for the queen to use this word plenty in our next presentation. You too, man. You too, Duke Midwest. You have a blessed day too. Yeah. A lot of lotion contain petroleum compounds. Be careful with those non-GMO and all that. All that separates it from others' package sometimes. Yeah, exactly. So I try to get food that really isn't packaged. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they can just change the wording on the packaging. It can be anything. If you go to Walmart and they have organic products, I would think twice if it's in a package because first of all, it has to get from one place to Walmart and it has to go through a process. It has to go in trucks and things like that. And how do you keep that stuff fresh without preservatives? Without preservatives. I don't trust it. I get my stuff straight from the source, from the farm to the table, from the ranch to the table. I would love you too, Lily. When the snap turtle speaks, dare shut up and listen. You can learn from this man. Thanks, brother. Salute to you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here, and much love to you guys. I don't know. This stuff works for me. Try what works for you. Always do your own research. Always, find out what your blood type is and start from there and try it out. My blood type is O negative. So if you look up O negative blood types and what the best food for them is, you'll see that this is mostly what it is. And it worked for me. And I stay away from carbs as much as possible. Carbs hate me. And I eat some fruit too, every now and then. Grapes, watermelon is good. It doesn't have too much sugar in it. So it doesn't, what I'm saying, spike the insulin and all that stuff. And a lot of that fruit Could have wax on it. You gotta be careful where you get your fruit from too. Fruit is the same thing. I get my fruit from the same place for my kids in my family from the same place I get my vegetables. You know, you gotta know source good and that they're raising it properly. Without herbicides and whatnot. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Salute to y'all. Much love.